There's no progress without pressure. I'm going to read 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7 to verse 10 from the New Living Translation of the Bible. It says, "Now we have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. This makes it clear that our great power is from God, not from ourselves. We are perplexed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed. I read verse 8 again. We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but never abandoned by God. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed. Through suffering, our bodies continue to share in the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may be also seen in our bodies." And like I said, I woke up this morning and he said to me, there is no progress without pressure. There is no progress without pressure. So what am I saying to you? You have to learn to be intentional as you pursue progress. I have 3 suggestions to make to you this morning. And the first one is this: pause. Pause. I'm sharing with you 3 things you must do intentionally as you pursue progress. And the first one is what? Pause. When I say pause, what do I mean? Rest, review, and then realign yourself with God. Rest, review, and then realign yourself with God. If there's anything that takes people out in the pursuit of progress, it is that they exhaust themselves, they run out of energy, they run out of steam, and they don't know how to rest, they don't know how to review, they don't know how to realign themselves with God. You see, you cannot be in God's frequency if you are stressed out physically. That's why you have to rest. If there's anything that happens to each and every one of us without intentionality, we likely will drift. And that's why you need to review. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to your plans. Go back and ask yourself some fundamental questions. What was I supposed to be doing? Am I doing what I set out to do? Where is God in the midst of all this? What will God have me do now? That's what you do when you pause. And I'm asking you, no matter how busy your schedule is, find a 12-hour window to pause. Find 2 days to pause if it's possible. Find a week to pause if it's possible. When you pause, you rest, you review, and you realign yourself with God. I'm sharing with you 3 things you must do intentionally as you pursue progress. The second one is what? Plan. Okay, first is pause. Second one is plan. Okay, and I'm not going to teach on planning, but while you are in that phase of planning, there are 2 important things you must do. First is you must prune, and the second thing is you must prioritize. In that phase of planning, you've got to cut out everything, taking up your resources, but not producing exceptional results. You've got to prune. And then secondly, you've got to prioritize to make sure that you are allocating your resources to the most important ventures. That is what you must do in your phase of planning. And finally, this morning, you must push. Of course, push is the acronym for press until something happens. So what are we talking about? There is no progress without pressure. Success is inevitable when the pressure coming from within you, and that's your push, is stronger than the pressure or the pushback, okay, that is coming from outside you. So you've got to learn to press until you see results. Press until your vision becomes your experience. Press until your intentions become your habits. Press until your dreams become reality. Okay, I'm asking you to fix your focus. Avoid distractions. Avoid sideways energy. Avoid bad conflicts. Okay, there are some fights that are unnecessary. Don't fight people who don't have somewhere they are going. Don't fight people without a big vision. Don't fight people who don't consider themselves important. They are only going to drain you. They are only going to distract you from what you're supposed to be doing with your life. When I say push, I'm asking you to make necessary adjustments. It has been said that feedback is the breakfast of champions. All right. So don't just think failure is failure. Failure is feedback telling you something is wrong with your plan, something is wrong with your strategy, or something is wrong with your with your execution or with your timing. But feedback is failure is feedback. All right. Pushback is feedback. All right. When the market is not responding, when the people are not responding, it is feedback. So make necessary adjustments. And finally, when I say push, I'm asking you not to quit. Listen, there's no room for apathy in the pursuit of progress. Let me say that again. There is no room for apathy in the pursuit of progress. Never do anything without passion. As you push passionately. If you are beginning to lose your passion, then rekindle your fire through prayer. Don't lose your passion, okay? We're looking at what? 3 things you must do intentionally as you pursue progress. You've got to pause, you've got to plan, and you've got to push. Let me round it up this morning by reading 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7 to verse 10 to you in the Passion Translation of the Bible. It says, "We are like common clay jars that carry this glorious treasure within, so that the extraordinary overflow of power will be seen as God's, not ours. Though we experience every kind of pressure, we are not crushed. At times, we don't know what to do, but quitting is not an option. We are persecuted by others, but God has not forsaken us. We may be knocked down, but not out. We continually share in the death of Jesus. We continually share in the death of Jesus in our own bodies, so that the resurrection life of Jesus will be revealed through our humanity." Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the message to you this morning is what? There is no progress without pressure.